Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna hit this real quick. I usually do it before I get out here, but I just almost died slipping in cat piss in my hallway because the person I'm staying with took in one of her daughter's cats. And people wonder why I hate cats. I don't hate cats. I love cats. Pet cats all day long. But I've never lived with a cat that doesn't piss places other than its litter box. Never, never. Never, never. All trauma, all biases, all judgments down to my hatreds of cats comes from childhood trauma, which is where everybody's biases and bullshit come from. In my case, my trauma was brought on mainly at oh man. It was, my mom and my sister had cats when growing up. And they never scooped their litter boxes. Never. Next to fucking never. Even to this day, they think it's okay to only scoop their cat boxes once a week. And I don't understand that. You see a turd in the middle of your fucking living room, go pick it up. Don't get it. I don't get it. I've never got it. It didn't come from my grandmother. My grandmother was one of those people who would check her cat box. Every time she went to her upstairs bathroom, she would go down to her sewing room and scoop her cat box, right? She was using the diaper genie method before the diaper genie method existed with her vegetable bags from the produce area. Right, so that's not where it came from. But, no, growing up, that's always what it was. And I refused to scoop the box because I did not have a cat. And my mother decided that she was going to go and spend like a week or two with some guy she met online in Virginia. And me and my sister, I was probably about 11, my sister was probably about 13. My mom took off, my sister decided to take off. I was in an apartment attached to my grandmother's house when my grandmother had not been in the apartment in years, right? Because she knew my mom was a mess and a hoarder and everything else, and she's OCD, so she just stayed out of the apartment. And I had gone down the street to my best friend's house. Her mom was getting married. Like, she had lived in a basement apartment down the road, and then she was marrying a guy who lived down the street. I don't know why I'm giving you so many details. Anyway, I was down there. I was at this wedding reception. I was having fun. It was a blast. I still distinctly remember seeing aliens that night. Me and the kids had decided that we were going to go swimming in the next door neighbor's pool while the parents were partying for a little bit. And I distinctly remember laying there and looking up at the sky, and we saw like this weird red light go around, right? This is how good my memory is for certain things, right? My grandmother showed up at the party, and she told me it was time to go. And I was like, okay, and she showed up early, and I had planned on spending the night with Leora, so I didn't even think too much about it. And then she takes me home, and as soon as we get into the apartment, she flies off the handle on a tirade, screaming at the top of my lungs, eyes black, hair frazzled, face contorted. You know how mad somebody gets, right? And justifiably she was mad. Like, as a mother now and a pet owner, I understand why she was mad. And she dragged me, and my grandmother had this really nasty habit of, like, if I had my hair in a ponytail, she would grab it, and that's how she would snatch me around and make me do things, right? So she snatches my ponytail, and she drags me into the bathroom where our litter boxes are under the sink, and she shoves my face down inches above the litter and makes me clean it while she's berating me and screaming at me the entire time. Makes me clean the litter pan and scrub the floor and all that other stuff. And, yeah, ever since then, no cats for me. No cats, no litter boxes. No cats, no litter boxes. Because it was a constant theme in my life. Like, my mom, like, people thought I was such a bad kid because I was skipping school. No, I was skipping school because I would get to school, and after a couple of hours, I would realize I smell like cat piss. And then I would have to figure out if it's me, and it always was. It was always either on my pants or my backpack. I got in trouble a lot for not turning in school books because cats would piss on my backpack and it would get onto the school books, so I wouldn't have my books anymore. Like, cats are a traumatic fucking experience for me. And, like, the fact that my family, like, I've expressed this Like, this happened when I was 11, 12 years old. So I've expressed this multiple times in my life. So my family really gaslights me about it. Like the fact that my mom tried to make me take a cat, and they're like, I haven't even gotten into my apartment yet, and they're like threatening my daughter. They're like, if you don't take your cat, we're going to give her away. I'm like, bitch, I didn't tell you to give her a cat. I never said I wanted it. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But that's the problem with gaslighting. Scorpio. Yeah, my grandmother was a Scorpio. I think I've got 3 or 4, maybe even 5 Scorpio placements. I got a lot in Scorpio, especially my Mercury in retrograde. Mercury was in retrograde when I was born. We got Uranus, we got 6. I know I don't really explain a lot on those, guys. This is mainly for the people who are into that stuff. 6 is definitely my rite of passage card or number. It's victory. It's equal give and take in communication. And it's that feeling of nostalgia. Now the 6 of Cups feeling and nostalgia, it's kind of like recreating. It's the feeling you get when good things are happening, right? When you talk about nostalgia, it's those good things that happened in your childhood. It's the memories that you remember that were positive that you should be taking forward, right? Try not to take the negative with you, but right, if you're going to recreate times, especially like if you're going to recreate them with your kids, recreate the good shit. Right? Recreate the times where you did feel loved and you did feel like your family was slightly stable. Even if it derailed later, don't worry about that part. Remember the feeling you had when things were pretty much, like I said, as they should be, right? I don't know, this might be what I get for watching documentary on what neglect does to little kids. I don't know, I stumbled on some like they were old, they were like 1940s German studies on the effects of neglect on children, on young children. This is where my brain travels at night when you leave me alone on YouTube. We got a masculine, we got the star here, we got guided. This person has been guided to a major crossroads. They're talking a lot about it though, or people are around them are talking about it, right? The rings of communication have been kind of swirling. There's some intuition here. I'm getting that someone is finally paying attention to the patterns here, right? To how those rings connect, to how each thing leads to the next thing, right? That gossip chain. I get a lot of gossip about this situation. There's a lot of talking about it, which can be dangerous, which is why there's a lot of that advice out there in the world where they tell you, keep your goals secret, don't tell anybody what your secret is. And, this really comes down to, like, even if you quit smoking, and I've said this to people before, I was like, when you quit smoking, don't tell anybody you quit smoking. Because if you tell them you quit smoking, your smoker friends will offer you cigarettes. They bet money. I bet money. Anybody out there, when you say I quit smoking to your smoker friends, they will offer you cigarettes. They will wait till you're at a bar. They will wait till you're someplace, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Dude, I literally went to the mental institution for taking Chantix to quit smoking. Had quit smoking. Hadn't smoked in 2 months before I went. And when I got out, the first thing my mother did when I got home was offer me a cigarette. This is my last pack, she said. This is my last pack. You want one last cigarette with me with my last pack? She just quit this year. I quit back in 2020 was my last cigarette. I haven't had one since 2021. Well, I've had 2, I won't lie. I've had 2. Very extreme situations that led to it, but it just was what it was. And I made it a point to, like, not inhale. I don't know. But that's why I don't count days. I don't count days. For anybody who is quitting smoking, I say when somebody asks you for a cigarette, do not say I quit smoking. say I do not smoke. It is very, very important. You say I quit smoking, you're reprogramming in your brain over and over and over again that you are depriving yourself of something that you want. When you say I don't smoke, people just assume you never did and just carry on. Or they'll go, oh, you quit. You go, yeah, I haven't had one in such and such amount, if you want to. But, you know, I'm just saying it's easier to say I don't smoke. I also did some cute little tricks, too, where I made my password, I don't smoke, and then, you know, some numbers or whatever, to reaffirm, so that way every time I signed into something I had to put I don't smoke. I had to constantly keep typing it out, constantly keep saying it, constantly keep reaffirming it. Why do I vape now? Because I'm slightly self-destructive because of childhood trauma. We got the fox here. Deception. I only got somebody deceptive. I'll read it for y'all. Sorry for my OGs. I know you guys have heard these a million times, but I like to read the story for the new peeps in this room, right? Rule breaker, doing the unexpected, and deception. The fox shown here is representative of the trickster in the land of fairy tales. Rather than being from one specific tale, he is the wolf, the coyote, the imp, who wants to play a trick on you. When this card appears, someone isn't doing what he is supposed to do, or it may be that his role is to break the rules. While being deceived can seem like a bad thing, it can also be a good card in the meaning of fate is working in your favor. But don't expect all the rules to be followed when this redhead shows up. Prejudices towards redheads, I'm telling you, man. Be cautious before you accept any story as fact. If you are given new responsibilities at work, they may not come with the pay raise right away. Redheads are associated with this card, so pay special attention to anybody with auburn locks. How come that's not considered a thing? Like, everybody's allowed to just talk shit about the redheads and the Irish. Like, we can't say shit back. Like, because we're cool, we really don't give a fuck. They could be there to teach you a lesson in deception. I was talking about that yesterday too. We were talking about Loki. And I was talking about, like, I distinctly remember a friend one time saying, he's like, your spirit guides will lie to you. I'm like, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they have to. Why? Because you weren't listening to them. They weren't telling you what you wanted to hear, and you were blatantly ignoring them trying to reach you. So they had to deceive you in some way and trick you onto the right path. Just is what it is. They got to do what they got to do, right? They're here to do a certain job, a certain thing or whatever, right? So, kind of like, what is that movie? What is it called? It's a Christmas movie where the guy saves the angel and the angel grants him the wish of never wanting to be born. And then he shows him what his life would have been like had he never been born, type of deal. And it's like, it seems so cruel in the movie, but it was, you know, a necessary evil in order to show this guy what he had done, or what it would have been like if he left, or if he had never been born. I've also been getting that windfall card, right? What was going on in that movie? God, I haven't seen it in so long. It's the one that's really, really old. It was in black and white. Dude had bought a house. It was falling apart. He had 2 kids. He was struggling with money. His wife was like a librarian or some shit. And that's why he was depressed and upset and everything else. It's like everything was going wrong. He was about to go and jump off the bridge. But that's when he saw the angel dude jumping off the bridge instead. That's also the movie where every angels get their wings by hearing a bell ring. That's why bells have always been superstitious in mythology. Hang bells on your doors for protection. That is literally why. Like, you think it's just to announce people coming in and out of the store. But that's not why that started. It was to protect against evil spirits. You hung bells over your door so your door would hit those bells. So, look it up. Don't believe me, look it up. I'll tell you now, I will never argue a fact that I cannot. If I'm pushing a point, I guarantee if you Google it, and I don't care, people get so mad at me. They're like, that's not true. I'm like, dude, you can Google it and you will find sources from like the Mayo Clinic. Like, go ahead. I will source out my information. I love it when people want to bicker with me about dumb shit that I know. That I know and I know I can prove. And then they give me facts don't matter, da 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 da. It's pretty funny. Today for tomorrow. Somebody has been wasting their time, wasting today for tomorrow. They've been dealing with the shitty situation, right? And it's been over and over and over again. This person's in sanctuary. Now, this was a necessary sanctuary. This is a necessary sanctuary happening here, right? This person has, been put into isolation to rediscover themselves to their most basic, right? I get like an artist who's been deprived of like an artist who's lost all their art supplies type of deal, right? Now if you were snatched back in history and put into a cave, how would you figure it out, right? How would you figure it out? Right? You wouldn't be able to paint anymore. You wouldn't have the stores. You wouldn't have any place to go buy anymore. You don't have any more money. And if you were back in the day, you would still be an artist. That's what this sanctuary is for you has been about. This cave has been a sanctuary to you. But I get a sense that you might be staying a little too long in there. Let's switch. We're going to go with it's Cleo today. I know, so interesting. Ooh. You got the Lovers on the 5D. I also got a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Coins up here. Let's get some more into this. What's going on with the 4D here? Reverse. Someone's coming out of it. Got a masculine going through it, man. They're preying on this shit, baby. Preying on it. Put some love back in her heart. Good miracle. Big. Oh man. Oh man. This masculine could have been, they could have been the fox here in this situation. You definitely get somebody who's desperately wanting to change now. They realize that they've been led astray in some way, shape, or form. That's why they went into some sort of sanctuary here. I don't know why I keep saying it that way. I've never had a problem saying the word sanctuary before in my life. I keep saying it's sanctuary. I don't know. Someone could have a lisp or have a problem talking. I don't know. Got the King of Cups here, right? I very much get this. Every rose has its thorns. You may have had to prick this person here on the 3D, right? Whatever you said, this person is realizing that you are a genuine messenger, right? Whatever you said was a truth. It was a truth, and your voice, or it was a sign from heaven. What I was just saying, like, right, didn't seem like that the universe sent you something and then it all went crazy and it all went haywire, but it was like, whatever the chaos that you caused by just being true to yourself and telling this, like, people get so mad at me about that shit, right? And it's like, because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I spent my whole life being gaslit into not talking about the toxic ass fucking behavior of my family, right? And we were all just supposed to get together every weekend and just pretend like none of that happened. We don't talk about, we just don't talk about the bad stuff. We just pretend like that. I call it the Better Homes and Garden syndrome, right? It's kind of ingrained in Western society. It's the whole narcissistic family culture, right? It's that trying to make sure that you maintain this illusion of perfection, right? But anyway, somebody's delivered a harsh truth here. It's definitely caused a massive ego death on the 3D. I get that someone was delusional. Someone was straight up delusional in their thinking, right? I get the energy that they might have been brainwashed by the 2D, right? Brainwashed by the 2D, brainwashed by the internet, brainwashed by fucking social media, TikTok. This person was just brainwashed and deluded. And I love the Six of Pentacles in that one deck because it shows that the hand, that telepathic connection, right? Look at her right there. She's like, I'm not giving you no more. I'm not giving to you anymore. Why? Because you're a lying ass deceiver. Right? You're fucking delusional if you think that you're going to get away with this shit. Sir, you are out your fucking mind if you think you're gonna play me like you played all them other bitches. I'm sorry if that pricked you. One of my favorite lines ever. I ain't afraid to hurt your fucking feelings. I ain't afraid to hurt your fucking feelings. I spent my whole life having my feelings hurt and not being allowed to express any emotions about it. So I'm not afraid to hurt people's feelings anymore. And quite honestly, I don't think anybody really should, right? You should not be gaslit into denying your truth in order to appease other people. And that is a major fucking thing going on right now. Do not let people gaslight you. Stand firm in what you believe in, right? What? It's stupid. It's so stupid. What is that from the movie? This is the end. I compel you. What is that? I compel you in the name of Jesus. Oh, really? Really, Seth? Do you compel me? Right? Someone is trying to break free of these toxic chains, for sure, right? This person has this, like I said, this deep-seated place in nostalgia, of comfort, of love, of equal balance, right? Of stability. And that's what this person's going for. Now, this may shock you a little bit. Who's going for it? What? Oh yeah, you might have cracked that cold core, but guess who broke out from the inside of it? They're coming for you. That Queen of Pentacles could be the one definitely in Sanctuary too, right? She's all alone away from the oasis, sitting by herself, right? She's got this stubborn ram with her, and her, it's a pentacle, but it almost looks like a movie reel. I've said this before in this card. But yeah, we got this Queen of Pentacles, and she's sitting over there on her own. And it's the energy of what? I'd rather be alone than be any place that doesn't see me for my fucking value. Say it again. I would rather be alone than be someplace where people do not see my value. If you ain't gonna treat me like the fucking queen I am, I'm not sticking around. I'm not playing these games, right? This is the point of the, like, and I got this lover's card up here, so this is the point of that twin flame connection. The reason twin flame feminines, divine feminines, have such a strong masculine side is to counter the masculine's bullshit. It's what we came for, right? It's like, what, dude? You want to start listening to your spirit guides now? Yeah? You gonna acknowledge them now? And I reset this deck and there's still reversed cards in it. Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Alright, on the 5D, someone is being inspired to stand up and carry their burdens, right? I like that's the 10 of staves. He's got the 9 of staves on his shoulders, right? That persistence, right? And it's this 10th staff that's finally giving them the energy to go. What? It's this Queen of Pentacles. There's that rabbit. There's that rabbit. I'm definitely picking up that you might have sent this person into a rabbit hole, right? Which is kind of the description of the awakening process and all that other stuff, right? This person is really working on releasing the past, right? I get that they're, oh my goodness, I get that they're getting ready to build the tower. They're being watched. They're definitely being watched, evaluated, and judged. I ain't gonna put it out there, the swords are judgy people, right? It's not that they're judgy, it's just that they're intellectual. They use their mind, they use their knowledge, they calculate, they figure shit out, right? They're aware. They're aware. I get that she's aware. She's watching this energy, working through this, and she's aware. She's watching it to see what's going on. And I was on the 5D, y'all. A lot about coming together as a team here, wanting to build something new. Someone is reaping what they sow. They're having to make a decision to humble themselves. Page of Cups, Page of Staffs, admitting that they acted very childish. Balance. Wanting to act like an emperor. The Chariot's pulling them. This person's trying to figure out the next move. This person could be very intellectual as well, right? They could like to be 3 steps ahead. Well, if I do this, then what am I going to do next? And then what I'm going to do next? And they'd like to be... They don't move fast. They don't move impulsive. Even though the universe is really pushing them right now. The universe is giving them an opportunity to break these cycles, to escape these conflicts that they've been circling in. Let your conscience be your guide. Follow your heart. Someone's definitely got an ex-partner, could be an ex-spouse, whatever it is here. At the 4 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 5 of Coins, 5 of Staves. Someone from their past plays this fucking game with them. Right? They play this game with them. Remember the good times. It's a love bomb. Remember the good times. Remember how great it was. Remember you promised you'd never give up on me. Remember when everything was great. Meanwhile, this person, they feel like they're left out in the cold all the time. They feel emotionally void. And why? Because these people aren't genuine with this. They just want you to stay around. Why? Because they don't want you. They want you to stay on their vibration. I get that they don't even want you. They just don't want you to they don't want you to elevate yourself. They don't want you to do better. You weren't with them anymore. And I'm picking up very strongly on this. Whoever this is that's leaving these old people behind. They weren't there for you when you needed them. They ruined your fucking life because you left them. And now they come in and out and they play this love bombing shit. And this is what I talk about, the gaslighting. This is where the gaslighting really comes in. Do not forget who these people are. They have shown you and told you exactly who they are. When they are mad, when they're drunk, when they're on those drugs or whatever it is that they were doing, and they were doing those horrible, horrible things to you, they told you. exactly who they were on the inside. So don't fall for that shit no more. I know it's scary. It's scary. These two, I love how these are coming out. 99. A lot of double numbers here today, right? I always say the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords do go hand in hand. What? Wishing for what it is that you want out of life is terrifying. Why? Because if you get it, then you suddenly have something to lose. I'm definitely getting the energy that someone has been in this situation of not caring that they don't have anything anymore. Why? Because if I don't have anything, there's nothing left for me to lose. I've already lost everything once. If I build up again, then I'm just going to lose everything again. So it's this anxiety, it's fear, it's trauma, right? This person's having some major epiphanies on this, right? Magician is trying to manifest the Ten of Coins. They're trying to come into the sun. Yeah. This person's having an epiphany awakening on this. Who triggered this epiphany? This Empress. Now this person wants to take the high road. They want to strive towards victory here, right? Who's on the high road? The guy with the 6 staff, that yellow staff, that staff from over here, right? He'll inspire you to pick up what little burdens you have, reorganize them, and get on a move, right? Who's down here? 5 staves. These motherfuckers, right? It's the energy of elevating yourself here. King of Cups, stay in balance, going with the flow, trying to go with the flow here. I get that this person can be kind of a cool cucumber when they come to their energy. They might be very hard to read. But they do have a very large heart. They are focused. What? 10 of Cups or bust. I don't care what I gotta fight to get through and how hard I gotta journey towards, right? And it's hard because this person's been backstabbed a lot. But this is why you got to get out of this energy, right? Be careful. Don't focus on all those backstabbers all the time. It's the energy of starting to focus on what it is you do want in life. Because the universe doesn't hear, and you've said this before, it's like when you're like, I don't want to be late, I don't want to be late, I don't want to be late, and you're hitting every single red light. Why? Because the universe doesn't hear, I don't want. All it hears is want. Want late? Want late? Okay. Make you later. Make you later. Want late? Want late? Okay. I'll make you later. I'll make you later. You have to focus on what you do want, right? What you do want. I don't know why this is important, but it's coming through very strong. If you are late, do not apologize for being late. Don't apologize for being late. Always say thank you for waiting. Little tricks. Little tricks, guys. Little tricks. Someone's definitely been sitting around waiting for an opportunity here. Who? This King of Cups. He's waiting for an opportunity to take a leap. This person's been in the hermit mode. I told you, they've been in that sanctuary cave. Page of Coins, Ace of Staves, the Tower. Yeah, when they make this move, and the reason they're taking so long to make this move, even though they're passionate about it, is because they know it's going to cause a massive tower in their life. Death, the moon. Oh, they're keeping it a secret. This is going to blow somebody's mind. And it's meant to. The person working on themselves, here's the beauty of it. The person working on themselves knows the tower's coming. Towers are not a surprise to awakened people. What? And then that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, and that's what the divine energies do. They're like, what? You know your whole foundation's shaky and this whole fucking thing, this house of cards you built is just going to come toppling down at some point, right? And people be like, no. Right? Those are these bitches. Those are these bitches. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm getting an energy. This person could have 2 females around them. They could have 2 females around them that think that they have this motherfucker on lock. They think they got him on lock. He ain't never going nowhere. He does what he's told to fucking do. And you can think you're going to come in and change him, but you ain't going to get him in the end. We always have control over him, right? That's why it's going to be him that causes these towers and casts these 2 bitches down, right? I just gotta get the energy that somebody, if like, believe it or not, this person prayed for this. They prayed for this tower. Might seem counterintuitive, but they knew that they were in a bad situation. That's the secret. Ooh. Austin's playing. Wheel of Fortune. I got a windfall coming. I was thinking that too when I got that movie, Wonderful Life. What a Wonderful Life, right? At the end of the movie, what happened? And I believe like he wrecked his car and they were all looking for him and everything else like that. But the whole town came together at the end. Night I'm at the ball game and first thing Saturday. If it don't rain, out to the lake, and I'll be gone on the weekend long. If you'll be back when I get home on Sunday afternoon. And P.S. if this is Austin. It's a great song. This is a great song because it goes into what he didn't chase her. He didn't nothing. He still went on his life. He still went on fishing trips. He still went to ball games. He still went bowling. He still had a life. But on his answering machine was this very small message. Calling about my heart. It's still yours. I should have listened to it a little more. Then it wouldn't taken me so long to know where I belong. And by the way, boy, this is no machine you're talking to. I got hot. Star guidance. Ace of coins, 4 of cups. Someone, 44, right? Someone wants that traditional. Somebody wants it back. There's that 6 of pentacles, 5 of cups. It's a victory over this 6 of pentacles, this give and take. I get that somebody's realizing who's been taking from them, that's been sabotaging their life. They're realizing that they really do have to let go of these past connections, that it's the only way towards victory. It's the only way to move forward in life. They're grabbing this tiger by the tail. Right, they're pissing off this kitty cat here. She's mad. She's got her claws out, right? On the 5D, the 5D is like the divine energy. It's the divine feminine energy, right? It's the divine, it's that connection. It's stupid, but it's that connection, right? It's that connection of the divine feminine energies coming through the masculine. It's like putting that bitch in check, right? Bam. Temperance, finding balance, a lot of finding balance in things that somebody might have overindulged in, right? They could have had some problems. They could have, like, I get the recycling the list energy, and that's what I say is, like, people who will sleep with people from their past, right? You keep sleeping with people from your past so that you have a low body count, and that is just not how it works. Morality is morality. I don't care. That's not a loophole around it. You're still acting like a skeezy little skank. I don't give a fuck. You know, shame these women for fucking dating, right? Dating through their 20s, dating through their 30s. It's like, what? I've been dating for decades, and it's like you're going, oh my god, I can't believe. What do I get? I get Sheldon, where Sheldon does the calculations on Penny. Oh, please, I see how many guys come in and out of your apartment and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, but the judgmental prick is the kind of person that's like, yeah, well, I've only been with a handful of people my whole life. And it's like, yeah, but they're these skanky little hoes that you keep sleeping with in order to not rack up your own body count. But you're not even... I don't even want to get into it. If you don't understand what the hell I'm saying with that, then you are beyond reproach of help at this point. If you think that's a loophole that's saving you, that the number is what matters and not actual genuine connections that matter, I can't help you. This is not a channel for you. This is a rite of passage for those who have been entrapped in that toxic ass mindset. That raunchy ass 304. I'll always sleep with my baby daddy. My baby daddy needs to come and give me some because I had his baby, so he needs to sleep with. No. Sorry. You ain't gonna gaslight me into that fucking toxic ass bullshit. You out your fucking mind, lady. What? Sorry, girlfriend, you a hoe. Go ahead, go on to your Tinder, Grindr, fucking dick appointments. Go on, go ahead. Judge me for being a genuine person who dated in the 20s. Go ahead. Bye. Go have shallow, meaningless connections with toxic ass people. Bye. Bitch, I'm the queen of stabs, right? That don't mean I'm a hoe, right? Just because I'm a sexual by nature, right? And I enjoy sex and I don't mind talking about sex and everything else like that. What? Bitch, I'm a fucking queen. I ain't sleeping around. Jesus. These bitches act like dick is hard to get. You're supposed to figure that out when you're younger. That's what puberty is for. You're supposed to figure that shit out when you're younger. If you're still 30 years old acting like you're 18, bitch, you out your fucking mind and you're fucking up your kids. Yeah, I said what I said. 9 of Staves. You stay persistent. 8 of Coins. You keep working on this shit, right? Don't even go into these toxic ass connections, right? Get away from them. I don't care what you gotta do. Get away from them. High Priestess. Too powerful for this shit. 2 of Cups. Knight of Cups. Judgment. 7 of Cups. Very strong soul connection. Someone wants to move towards it. There's definitely been some judgments, right? What do we got? That illusion and delusion. Illusion and delusion. What happened? What happened? I get the kind of energy that you treated this High Priestess like she was one of these other little freaking low-grade hoes around you. And, she put an end to that shit. Now you stuck what? Now you stuck watching her. King of Staves. You know you want her. Now you trying to act like the King of Staves. I ain't gonna hate on you for that. If you learned, you're sitting there, you genuinely doing your hermit work, you genuinely acting like a King of Staves. The difference between the King of Staves and the Knight of Staves. Alright. The Page of Staves is the immature one, right? He just runs around. He's not very confident about it. So he's the one that can be whatever. He's not in control of his wang, right? It does whatever it wants to do. The Knight of Staves, he's the player. He's the one who knows how to use his charm. He's still led by his dick. He's guided around by it, right? His whole end game is to just get some, right? The King of Staves is in control. The mind is in control of the staff, right? It's not being led by the staff anymore. They're working towards it, man. They might be moving a little slow, but they're definitely working and bringing some sort of opportunity here. 7 of Swords. There's some sort of lies here. Justice is coming out. I get truth about a third party. See, that's why I like this deck. See, I decided to do this one. Truth about a third party situation. 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Truth, a sword of truth about a third party situation is bringing justice. Someone is in a hangman. They came here to learn new perspectives. They want to come into a team, right? Kind of funny. The energy I'm picking up here, right? The way that this person's been in some third-party situations, but now you're kind of the third-party situation for them. You're the Queen of Cups. You're who they want. And for them, they could be dealing with these other parties still, right? That I told you that they're working on this tower with. And you're actually the third party because you're genuinely outside of the 3D loop. So you're kind of out of the loop here, but you're the third party that's affecting this person's stuff now. But I get the energy of you're the genuine Queen of Cups, and these other people are the ones that keep stabbing this person. And it's like, it's not even like they don't even bother to stab you in the back anymore. This person's been so compliant over the years. So compliant over the years that these people don't even bother to stab you in the back. They will just stab you right up in the front. Why? Because you forgive them. Because they forgive them. You forgive these people. You forgive them every time they hurt you. So of course, there's no repercussions for hurting you. So why not keep doing it? I got 33 here. And it's the master archetype number, right? It's like definitely need to build new foundations. They're needing to build new foundations. All right, we'll get a moon card and be done with this today. Tomorrow night, the rest of my life, I wanna be the man I wanted to be. Take 100 lifetimes to do. But baby, I just wanna be good as you. Ooh. Haha. 2. New moon here. Yeah, you got that heart of gold. So when it comes to loving you, baby, it'll never get old. Whatever tonight, the rest of my life, I wanna be the man you want me to be. So starting right now, girl, tell me everything you need. Woo-hoo-hoo. I don't know what's going on today. I'm loving it, though. I'm loving it. As I said, people are so weird with the algorithms. They're like, I programmed my algorithm. I programmed my algorithm. I was like, I programmed my algorithm for my spirit guides to get into my phone and fuck with my shit. So sometimes I literally sit here and fight with the algorithm. It's pretty funny to me. Anyway, new moon. New moon, and that's coming up in the next few weeks, right? Blessings, fresh, and positivity. The new moon is a lovely card, represents fresh starts, innovative ideas, and new beginnings. It means that something new is on its way to you. This could be a new job, a love interest, or a special event, but something new is coming into your life to brighten things up. This card of optimism and positivity suggests an answer to your question is yes. When the new moon shows up in a spread, it indicates now is a time for goal setting and having faith that your dreams will come true. Use these energies surrounding you as it is time to decide what you would like to achieve in the next few months. Be open-minded about invitations or opportunities that are extended to you at this time. Remember that success in any field is a collaboration between you and the universal energies of attraction. I love this book. Focus on what you want and not what you don't. This is is a gentle reminder to keep your thoughts positive and believe in your own magic. It suggests blessings is indeed on the way, but you must play your part to be open to receive it. Oh, I love it. I love my cards, man. I love how they trip me out. I love how they always come together. I love how it always, I do. That's why I do this. That's why I do this, even though I'm never going to get famous doing it. That's why I love doing this. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all, and I'm back as soon as I can. I promise.